What's to the pack? It's Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
In today's video, I have current gen news for NBA 2K22. 2K actually had another update. They fixed a bunch of face scans, and I already did the next gen video, but in current gen, specifically, other players were fixed. And I always think it's frustrating that they fix next gen players sometimes, and other times they only fix current gen players. I don't understand their mindset there. I don't know why they don't just do them all at the same time. But I'm going to cover all of them in today's video. Before the video starts, please be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. If you like any kind of videos when it comes to face scan updates, player updates, rating updates, or anything like that, I'm the #1 channel when it comes to that. So please join up and subscribe and leave a like on the video to help the video grow. Let's get this video started. At number 15 with Sharife Cooper on the Hawks. He's a 71 overall. I have no before and after for these first couple players because they literally didn't have a before, right? So they were like player created players because it had no face scan at all. But here you see it does look like Sharife with the beard, the face scan, the headband, and the afro. Perfect. Now, he's not the biggest name on this list. He's a 71 overall, but as I always say, it's a pretty big deal when 2K updates players that aren't even that big or famous. That's perfect. Now, this next player at number 14 is Greg Brown. He's on the Blazers. He's a 73 overall. Another player that didn't even have it before, right? And they actually did a pretty good job, not only with the face scan and the beard, even though I do think the beard looks a little fake. It's the hair that's really, really good. They have the hair right with the, like, I guess, dyed hair as well. So, all around, pretty good. A 73 overall. Another player that's not really like massively famous or anything, and still did a good job. Is awesome to see. We go to the Nets for the next player, and that is Day'Ron Sharpe on the Nets. Now, the Nets have been a weird team this season because a lot of their big names have been injured. So because they've been injured, other players like Day'Ron Sharpe are getting chances to play and get minutes and prove their worth. And because of that, he's earned a face scan by 2K. Another one's fantastic. Another one doesn't have a before and after either, which sucks. But at the end of the day, what we have so far is pretty good, and I'm happy with that. I think it looks very awesome. And on top of that, a little important thing is they added physics to his hair. So when he dribbles off the court, you can see his hair move around, which is awesome. I love to see that. At number 12 on this list, we have Pistons player Saben Lee. This is a player that was already fixed on next gen. So I wonder why they waited late to do it on current gen, but here we go. They actually did a pretty good job with the detail on the forehead, where they have like, you know, his like acne and like little like details on his face. It's all been added. Very, very clean, and a 74 overall, so a pretty big name in the NBA to fix. At number 11, we have Quentin Grimes on the Knicks. This is the rookie for the Knicks. Now, I think the hair is pretty questionable. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it looks very good. But when it comes to the face scan itself, I think it's a very, very good job. Again, it's not perfect, but at the end of the day, you know, a lot of players weren't able to get their face scans in the first place because of COVID and all the restrictions that were on at the time. Now, I don't know if this is one of those situations, but like, I feel like this could have been done better. But at the end of the day, it's okay. Now, at number 10, we have Josh Christopher on the Rockets. Now, this is the player that's actually been getting a little more, I guess, notice, right? The 76 overall on the Rockets has been having pretty good games here and there, and I'm really impressed with the detail on his face, even like the little scar on his cheek, the hair, eyebrows are thick. They have the like faded beard on his mustache and beard goatee side. So everything about him right here is basically perfect. A W for that. We have Bones Highland at number 9. Right now, this is one that I think face scan wise isn't 100% great, but like they have the tattoos, the hair, the beard, all that stuff. Well, I guess the little mustache has all been done very, very well. I think the face scan's a little bit off, but still, I think it's a pretty good job. Now, at number 8 is when we start getting into the comparison ones. Here is Kira Lewis Jr. They tried their best on the left. What they did is, because they didn't have the face scans, they tried to do a hand-created model, which is like they themselves create the face by hand, instead of having a face scan like you see on the right. You can see that they tried their best on the left, but they not only did they get the face scan way better on the right, but the cornrows were added, so very clean for Kira Lewis. Up next at number 7, we have CJ Elby on the Blazers. Again, they tried their best, but like you can just see the face scan, like the lighting changes in his face, right? The detail on the beard, the detail on the faces, you can see the little like acne scars. You can see the hair is a lot more detailed, like specific to how he has it with his hairstyle. All of it is just clean, and even the eye color is all just so much better, and it's awesome. Now at number 6, we have Trey Jones on the Spurs. I was actually really impressed with how good the former version was. Like, this was a hand-created model, and it looked just like him. I mean, The differences here are really, really small. The only changes I see is like maybe like the head shape and like the hair. Besides that, the face scan they did was like a really good job before. I'm impressed. But at the end of the day, I think 2K wants them to all have face scans, like actual face scans. So they went out of the way to give them one. And I still think it looks very good. At number 5, we have Kenyon Martin Jr. Now, this one's funny because he actually did have his goatee like that before, but he shaved his mustache recently, so that's why it looks like that. It's another one where I think they did a pretty good job before and after. Like, it was still pretty decent on the left, but they wanted to make it as realistic as possible. That's what they did. And they added the tattoos on his shoulder, so all around a W for Kenyon Martin's son. At number 4 on the list, we have Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey, this one, if you play Next Gen, you already know about this one. This was a pretty big one at the time, where Sadiq Bey, they updated his hair, his face scan, his tattoos, all that stuff. I think what's even crazier, I was looking at the detail, is like the left side of his beard is thicker and more out than the right side of his beard, and they detailed that in 2K, which is actually really impressive. So Sadiq Bey, they even added like the detail, like the lighter part of his forehead. I mean, that's super crazy detail, and it's nice. It's good to see. At number 3 on the list, we have Tyrese Maxey. This is a huge one to do. I mean, an 81 overall in the Sixers, who are looking amazing. He's been fantastic all season. Again, on the left, I actually think that was a pretty good job, but on the right, it's just so much better. And like, you can see on the left, like the eyebrows were way too thick. The beard looked too fake. Now you can see on the right, it really does look like Tyrese, which is awesome. At number 2, we have Pascal Siakam. Now, I looked at this one for a little bit, and I was like, it's the same. But no, first off, they added the headband, which is huge, right? But believe it or not, the face scan is brand new and updated, and the skin tone is a little lighter, which is kind of how he has it. So it's true. So it's little things they did, but those little things really made a difference for Pascal Siakam. And the last player is Karl-Anthony Towns. This one was already updated in Next Gen, so it's not really that big of a deal. However, so I'm showing you the 2K21 version of him because that was the only version I was able to have. And it's just the hair. I think the face is basically the exact same. I even think the beard's almost the same. But the hair on the top of the head is changed and updated. And it looks great, right? So those are all the major changes. There were other players like WNBA players or minor players, but these are the ones I thought that mattered. Current Gen finally getting some love. Now, what do you think? Who are some players that need some fixes? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like the channel, please give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.